My suspicion, my hunch, is that for young people to say, I'm busy, it may or may not reflect reality. My concern is that the broader culture is kind of elevating busyness as an ideal. It's something that we want, whether we're busy or not. I think kids feel pressure to say they're busy. And the other thing, when I asked kids to unpack what do they mean when they're saying they're busy, how do they experience busyness, they talked about it really in therapeutic terms. They wanted to be busy up to a certain point, but they didn't want to be too busy. And so they would talk about needing a certain amount of activity, needing to be busy doing things, but not to be too busy, because if they get too busy, then that creates its own stress and anxiety. But if they're not busy enough, that also creates anxiety and stress. So my concern with busyness is that it reflects this ideal where busyness is esteemed, and this fear itself, fear of anxiety. And so I think one way into that, one way to resist this sort of idolization of busyness and avoidance of anxiety is to practice Sabbath. It's sort of the weekly stopping point where we have to let go of activity, where we have to let go of busyness, and I think there's a lot of potential there, both for life and for some real struggle, but I think it's possible.